It is recording. We are speaking with Carrie Stevens. It is our wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day special. We have all gone back in our memories and picked out the songs that mean something to us. I have picked 7, but as we say in Montreal, bonjour, Carrie. How are you? Comment allez-vous?
As we say in Italy, bonjour. I'm kidding. I'm not in Italy. I'm in LA, and we just don't have any fucking manners here.
Now, yours is more like, hey, how's it hanging, dude?
Yeah.
Well, at least in California.
So I don't talk like a valley girl.
By the way, the Valley Girls was such a great time, man. Back in 1985, Gag Me with a Spoon. That was.
I know.
We lived in
Massachusetts at the time, and I was just California dreaming. I wanted to be exactly where I am now. Only no one says "Gag Me with a Spoon"
anymore. Thank God.
Yeah. And we don't really say anything. Like, we don't say "rad." As a matter of fact, we don't even talk to each other.
Nope. We sit behind our computers.
Once in a while, I get a text.
A lot of texts. I don't know how you get all those texts, but yeah, a lot of texts.
Oh, I have at least 25 unread texts at all times. It drives me insane.
Yep, same.
Because I really would like to change my number, but then nobody will have it.
And that's a whole other pain in the ass. Yep. But all right, let's get started with the Valentines.
No, we didn't even say why we're here.
Well, the Valentine's Day special.
But what is special about Valentine's Day?
Well, when you're married, I don't really know anymore.
Okay, so we're going to get back to the music. Single people like myself, we don't really know either. So every poet, every musician, what is their inspiration? Mm-hmm. It's always love. So even if you're not feeling love anymore, or like you're not sure you want to feel it again because you're afraid, you know what? Love is. Love is heaven. Love, when you are completely in that space of love, that is the place that everyone wants to be, and that is what most songs are about. Unless you ain't talking about love, of course.
Right. But that's a whole different story.
I don't believe in love. I never have. I never will. Of course. Ooh. Of course, I'm quoting Queensryche and Van Halen.
And Queensryche, Jeff Tate is my interview tomorrow morning. So.
Oh my God, tell him I love him, please.
I will.
All right, I'm not up on all the gossip. I don't pay attention to that. I pay attention to, you know what? And now we're going to be back to Eric Carr, like it always circles around. But Queensryche was my favorite band back in the early 90s and when I was dating Eric. And he lived in Manhattan and I lived in LA. So my song for him was Jet City Woman, but I would sing New York City Man. So that was like our little thing. And then after he passed away, it was Silent Lucidity. It still breaks my heart to this day. I can't listen to it without crying. I'm going to skip ahead.
Such a great song. But would Eric dial L for love? Was that what he was doing?
This is why I want to get... Okay, so this is really funny. These songs are on here, and then... I'll give you a chance to speak. I just want to get off the Eric subject, but when I was thinking of my favorite songs, a lot of them came back to Eric. And when he was on the road, I used to play songs on his answering machine. And one of them was Miles Away by Winger. And Winger was opening up for Kiss on tour. So I would tell the guys in Winger that I would play that on Eric's machine when he was away, because we're miles away. I can't sing, but the song. So that's on my list. That brings back great memories.
I saw that
and
tour.
And also, I used to play corny songs for him, like "Are You Lonesome Tonight" by Elvis.
But all right, so shall you go first? What is the first song on your?
I just went.
All right, well, that'll be the first song on your list.
I should let you have a turn.
Well, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stay Canadian on some of these songs. I'm going to go big and bold American bands on some others. So I will start with a song from an album by a Canadian band, Honeymoon Suite. Because where else would you rather be on Valentine's Day but in a honeymoon suite, right? And
well, I don't know. You're married, so I've never had a honeymoon.
I'm trying to think if we had a honeymoon.
Oh my God, you don't even know. I hope your wife is not listening or watching.
No. We had a great time, but I mean, we had the kids before the marriage, so we got married after. So the flying off thing was flying off with the kids, and I think we went to like Hampton Beach in New Hampshire because it is a nice place, quite frankly.
So what are the lyrics in that song that inspire you?
Well, the song it's from the album Big Prize, which actually came out on February 14th, 1986. See? It's perfect. And the song is called What Does It Take? And so I got the lyrics in front of me. It says, the two of us are one of a kind. A combination ain't easy to find. Why do I get a feeling from you? Etc., etc., etc. So, What Does It Take by Honeymoon Suite.
Wow, you're a worse singer than I am.
Oh, I'm not even singing. I'm scatting.
You don't even try.
I don't even try. Oh, let me see. No, I can't even do that. But no, you know what? I've always loved Honeymoon Suite.
Those are beautiful lyrics.
Yes.
The delivery needs to be...
The delivery's a little left to be. But listen, it's an album that came out on Valentine's Day. It came out after I graduated high school. It's a perfect thing. The band's called Honeymoon Suite. It fits. It ticks every box of what we're doing today.
Oh, it'll tick my box. Don't talk to me like that, Mitch. You might turn me on.
See, and it says, if I could fly high, I would give you the sky. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Look at that.
Has someone said that?
Well, that's in the song.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I could fly high. I would give you the sky. I can't sing. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Next pick, which is so unexpected, but everyone knows I'm a huge Van Halen song. But people don't usually think of classic Van Halen like love songs. But if you listen carefully, Unchained Melody, I can hear the angels singing, most of the angels sigh. Okay, I can't sing either, but at least I'm trying. But listen to, I'm sorry.
Well, what Van Halen song are we going?
I know, I mixed them up. I'm thinking Unchanged by Van Halen.
Unchained.
Okay. Yes, no, but that's not the song that's not, okay, let's back up.
But I have a Van Halen song for you if you want, while you find yours.
Okay, we're not on Van Halen yet.
All right, I'll wait for Van Halen. Go for it.
All right, okay, if we're going by my list, you totally just distracted me, and I was going to try to stick to...
It's my piercing blue eyes that are distracting. I understand that.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to back up. I'm going to back away from that for a second. I'm going to back up to what I was talking about before. Mm-hmm. The songs that relate to Eric and the ones that make me cry. There was one in particular that's not necessarily what anyone would think of. I cannot listen to, the movie Ghost, obviously, Righteous Brothers, Unchained Melody. That's why I was confused. Unchained Van Halen and Chained Melody. I just looked quickly at my notes because I do have a Van Halen song.
Both great songs.
Yeah, but not. Yes, but totally different. Yeah, totally different songs. If I was a dominatrix, maybe Unchained by Van Halen would be my favorite Valentine song. But no, that was like my Irish grandmother would have said, a slip of the tongue is no fault of the mind. So I'm Unchained Melody. Time can mean so much, and time to do. And picture Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore with the clay and oh my God. Okay, right after Eric passed away, that song was really popular. It fucking tore me up. To this day, almost 30 years later, I can't hear that song without just losing it, because time, it means so much. Oh my God, don't make me cry. All right,
it does. Well, I make you cry on every episode. That seems to be my thing.
Stop making me cry.
We could probably go to OnlyFans and do some kind of Mitch makes Carrie cry thing and have people send us...
there's probably some fetish for crying girls.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Probably we should cash in on this.
Maybe we could see how much money I could do a pay-per-view post. Like, if I cry, how much will you pledge? Yeah.
The crying videos. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over to the UK for this one. A band that I discovered a little bit later in life, but it is the one and only Thunder. Of course, you didn't think I was.
Of course, you have a song from Thunder.
You didn't
It's like
think
you
I
with
was.
Van Halen. You know there's
Right.
one coming.
Yeah, you knew there was one coming, and the song is called "Love Walked In," right? And it's a
Not the Van Halen, just when love walked in.
No. This is called "Love Walked In," and part of the lyrics are just about that moment. The timing was so right.
This video was awesome.
Which one? Well, yeah. You
Well, you
appeared
sent me a
like
lot
a
of
vision
pictures.
sent down to my life. I thought I was dreaming when I saw you that night. And that's when love walked in. Oh, that's such a gorgeous song. Yes, it's a great song.
Better now. That was awesome.
I know. I'm taking the inner Danny Bowes, who's the singer. Anyway, love walked in.
So you have passion for
Oh.
Thunder, and I could see it right there.
You got the passion for the Thunder, and you know what? Those songs, or this song in particular, is epic because in the middle of it, there's this just glowing guitar solo by Luke Morley, and it's just like, oh, you got, yeah, I love Thunder. I have, as I've gotten older, I've sort of moved away from the, 80s rock to 80s American rock over to the UK. I'm all about the Thunder and the UFO and stuff now.
I think that we
love,
don't need to stay in a certain era to enjoy music. Before I talked to you tonight, my son was texting me, he's 19, and I said, hey, I'm doing a podcast about love songs. If you think of anything before I go on my interview, like, let me know. And he picked a Frankie Valli song, The Way I Look at You Tonight. And he's going out to dinner with his girlfriend tonight. And that's the song I'm sure that's in his mind. And that's why he said that. And it's very sweet.
We can't even go out yet. Anyway, we're not allowed to go out in Quebec. We have to stay inside.
He's in Arizona at college. They act like COVID doesn't exist there.
Yeah, but it's, anyway, just quick more lyrics here. It says, that's when love walked in through my door, that familiar feeling I had once before. Love walked in through my door, and it felt so strange. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous song. It's a gorgeous band.
Okay, then I urge you, I'm going to skip back to what I was talking about. A Simple Rhyme by Van Halen, not Unchained. In a simple rhyme. Okay, I cannot sing, but I'm going to stop making excuses. Just please listen to that song again.
Yep.
And listen to the lyrics. I heard the angels singing. I thought I heard a whisper sigh, something like that. Anyway, it's so beautiful. It just steals your heart out of your soul. Like it just, I don't think people think of classic Van Halen as any type of love song. So I started thinking today, because I was like, but what moves me? What moves me? Not necessarily, everyone thinks the Sammy Hagar years were, that's when they got commercial and they started singing about love. And I said, no, they move me for some reason. What is it? And I listened to those songs, and that's it's, to me, one of the most...
Listen, I picked a Van Halen song for this today.
You did?
Damn right I did.
Give it to me.
All right, I'm going to give it right now. I'm going to go with "Can't Stop Loving You" from I guess it was Sammy. That song, man.
Can't stop loving you. That is a great song.
That is a great song. That is one of the greatest radio-friendly pop Van Halen songs you'll ever get.
And you know what? It's so true. It's universal. Because once you truly love someone, it is hard to stop. It is hard to stop loving them. Unless they really fuck you over and turn psycho, and then it's easy. But,
but that's a whole different episode.
Yeah, that's different.
But for Valentine's Day...
When it is so true love, you can't stop.
So that's my number 3 then. So I've got Thunder, I've got the Honeymoon Suite, and we're gonna go with "Can't Stop Loving You" as number 3 for me. What's your number 3 or number 4?
Wild horses couldn't drag me away.
Ooh, Alana Miles.
Oh, the Rolling Stones.
Dang it! Oh no, what am I thinking? I'm thinking Black Velvet. I'm thinking Black Velvet. Why am I thinking Black Velvet?
Alana Miles. Who is she? I don't even know.
She does that song Black Velvet. Black Velvet in a little boy. Anyway, it's an old song.
No, Morrison, Alanis Morissette.
Yeah,
Are
Alanis
we
Morris.
both wrong?
No, no. Alana Miles does Black
No,
Velvet.
she sang about the little pill and revenge on men.
Yes, that's
Okay, we
Alanis
are
Morissette.
totally fucking
To-
this up. All right,
but that's
so
okay.
that's okay.
It's
That's all right.
because love makes people giddy and you forget stuff.
Right, exactly. We're
Exactly.
filled with all these pheromones and we don't know what to do with them because you're married, so you don't have sex, and I'm single, so I don't have sex, so we don't even know what to do with all this
I
stuff
know.
we're feeling.
I know. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Okay. So no, I meant the Rolling Stones classic Wild
And
Horses.
horses.
So wild horses couldn't drag me away, which basically means I can't stop loving you. And it means, no matter what, I'm going to be with you.
Yes. Well, then I'm going to go to my pick, which makes sense because it's Aerosmith's I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. See?
That's a great one. Yes, I wish I'd thought of that.
That is and you know what? It's funny
That
because
is beautiful.
when it came out, I don't want to say I hated it, but Aerosmith had gone on this stretch of amazing, crying, blah blah blah, and then they got the movie soundtrack and it was like I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, and I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, could you stop with the fucking ballads?" But now, whatever, 25 years later, you got to admit, it's a great song, great emotion, great feeling.
They've done such a great job. So few bands like Kiss have lasted generations. Aerosmith did it without any kind of like shtick or costumes. I saw them, was it 2 years ago now, at their residency in Vegas. Oh my God, I had third row seats. I could almost touch Steven Tyler. It was so amazing. The only other time I'd seen them is when I was 16.
Such a great band, and they still deliver.
So awesome. Yeah, I just love their music, everything from the 70s up. And you're totally right. There was a phase there where I was like, they're getting too commercial. But now that 20 years goes by, you're like, actually, I like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I could do without crying and amazing, but I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Terrific song.
Yeah, I don't cry during that. You didn't make me cry. Mitch, you're slipping. You're slipping.
The our OnlyFans donations are going to go down. That's terrible.
Maybe I need to put my foot into the camera and oops, I have sneakers on. Sorry, everyone. No foot fetish
dang.
people are going to be into this.
Well,
Yeah.
sneaker fetishists will be. It's all right. I got slippers on, so
something for everyone. Anyway, it's Valentine's Day, so we're not judging anyone's fetishes.
No.
We are just hoping everybody gets off on something, especially music.
Yes.
So here we go. Is it my turn or yours?
Yours, and I've got 3 more after this, so go for it.
We could go on.
Listen, we could go on for like 100 songs.
On much longer than any man on OnlyFans.
Yeah. Well, we
could. Okay, I'll just shut up now. All right, so I think duets are an important genre to recognize because when there's chemistry between a singer and another singer, and it's so, my God, there's so many from Fleetwood Mac, and now we know all the love and the drama that was happening behind the stories. But there's one that gets me, just the sound of it, and there was no love, relationship, chemistry between them, and that is Close My Eyes, Lita Ford and Ozzy Osbourne. Close My Eyes Forever.
Yeah,
that one just fucking gets me. I can listen to that song 50 times over and over and over. And
well, you know what? I didn't have a duet written down, but because of that, I'm going to quickly throw out Surrender to Me.
Dragging my heart around. Tom Petty and Stevie Nicks. That was next on my list. Yeah.
Yes, but I'm going to throw out, and I didn't have it in my list, but I'm going to throw out Surrender to Me by Robin Zander and Ann Wilson from the Tequila Sunrise soundtrack.
Yes.
That's a masterpiece.
That's brilliant.
So, baby, surrender to me. Surrender. Oh, that's such a great song.
Hey, you know what? You are a performer. You've been holding out on me.
I know, I'm trying.
You're a performer.
I know. But that's a great song. That is a terrific song. I didn't have duets. I should have thought of that because theoretically Valentine's is about 2 people, and that's...
Right. Yeah, so I actually diligently that was the first one that came to mind. So I love it so much, the Lita Ozzy, and then I searched for ones I might like better.
Surrender to Me, probably
There's
at
so
least.
many good ones, but a lot of them are about hurting each other and breaking each other's hearts.
Yeah,
So is the Lita Ozzy one, but I just love it.
but Surrender to
So,
Me
but
is not.
isn't all relationships are difficult. They're all relationships force you to grow and to learn about yourself. They bring out the worst in you. They bring out the worst in your lover, and that's usually why people break up. If you can get over those humps, those hard parts, and find somebody that loves you and accepts you exactly who you are, that's the zen that you marry people call boredom.
Yes, and well, in fact, that's
That's
what
what the rest of
that's
us are
what that's
looking
what me
for,
and this dog over here has, right, Max?
right?
Yeah, you just sit there, buddy. All right. I didn't have "Surrender to Me" on my list, but fantastic song. But I will throw. I'm gonna start throwing out the big. I'm throwing out the nuclear bombs of songs now. We're gonna go with "Always" by Bon Jovi.
Oh, I love Bon Jovi.
And there's another guy, by the way, who when that song came
His
out, you
longevity. He
yes,
sustained his career. You know what? He went a little bit commercial, but I still loved all of his commercial songs. It's My Life. Again, not a Valentine song, but it's empowering. And when I'm not in a good mood, I blast that song and I get on my treadmill or I drive my car fast. And it's my life. I'll live forever. You know what? He is, and he, yes, okay, he cut his hair a little bit, but he never had, uh,
such a
had,
great.
yeah, just genuine. And I only met him a few times briefly. I don't know him very well at all. Just
Oh,
like any fan that met him.
I
But
can I can tell you
like
my
I
my Bon
met him
Jovi
and
story real quick.
he sounds like such a nice guy.
He
He's in the
is.
kitchens feeding the homeless.
Do you want
Okay,
do you want
okay,
my
back
quick
to
Bon
me.
Jovi story? Because I do have a Bon Jovi story that includes it includes strippers and John Bon Jovi. So it's a good story.
Okay. Strippers have okay. I don't judge strippers. And back in the day, like in the early '80s, my friends, not early, I'm sorry, late '80s, like 87, 89, when I was living in Memphis, we had it down. Like we knew when I was going to college in Memphis, we knew what hotels the band stayed at. We knew like where the opening band stayed at the hotel next to that band, and they were what strip club they were all going to. And we partied with them at the strip clubs. So it was just like, it was, Alexa, stop. She's telling me to take out the garbage. Isn't that glamorous, everyone? Alexa, I'll take out the
Alexa,
garbage as soon as I'm done with this podcast. Thank you.
that's fantastic. But that's eventually what Valentine's Day lead to is you're with somebody and they're like, hey, Mitch, take out the fucking garbage. It's like, yeah, I know.
Oh, well, you know what, though? Why be in a relationship when I can have Alexa remind me to do it? So,
I
well,
know. I know.
and they need to make like a vibrating Alexa. I'm kidding. That's
Well,
gross.
but of course that could be dangerous because there'd be a lot of those OnlyFans going Alexa.
Well, I wouldn't want the Alexa
Brr,
to do
brr.
anything either. It's just, it's probably not a good idea because like it could start a fire in more ways than one. And I live in a high fire hazard area.
Oh. What is your next pick? I just threw out Bon Jovi's Always,
Um,
and I've got two more on my list.
all right. Well, I could go on forever, but um, I didn't want to say it because everyone, if you've read my book, you already know about this. Um, but the obvious song for me is Love Song by Tesla. And it's basically because I made a tape for Eric and it was Valentine's Day in 1989. And I made him a cassette tape with Love Song by Tesla. And it's in my book, the whole story. I don't want to repeat myself, but for those who haven't read it, it was basically that song. He was getting over a breakup with someone else. And when I sent him that song, it says, "You'll find love again, I know." And I knew it was me. I had to convince him of that. And my theory was make him so comfortable around you that he won't want to be with anyone else. And so I basically was determined to make him love me, and I did. And that song was a huge part of our story because it ended up being true. He did find love again. And I said in my words in the song, "You'll find love again, I know." And then it did turn out to be me. And all these years later, it's still me.
Yeah, yeah, and that song still energizes a crowd. Whenever I see Tesla and that comes on, you just hear that roar. People love it. People love that song.
I'm a huge Tesla fan, but that song literally, like, I can listen to it again 50 times in a row and keep crying. And if I really want to torture myself, but I don't do that
on purpose.
Well, on occasion, like on an anniversary or a birthday, when it's hard to get away from, the emotions. But there's certain things that are therapeutic, and that song for me is one of them because it's crying in a good way. It's, I'm remembering what brought us together, and that song, it was not to be manipulative, but it all worked out. It was part of my little strategy to make it. But I just knew that we were going to be together, and that song was a big part of it.
It's not manipulative. It's part of the mating. It's part of the mating ritual. It worked.
The mating ritual, yeah.
It worked. All right, I'm going to Europe for the next one. I'm.
No, I'm not. Tell me that.
Well, I was going to pick Europe from. I was going to pick Carrie.
You're going to make me cry. If you didn't pick Carrie, I'll cry.
Of course, I had Carrie from Europe. I was going to wait for the last one, but all right. I was going to. Sorry. Well, Europe's Carrie is a terrific song, so I will dedicate that to you.
Okay, just let him cry. Okay.
Well, I'll keep the crying for later. No, but I was going to go for a band that you might not know called Gotthard out of Switzerland, which, by the way, they have 17 platinum albums in Switzerland. They are that good. But they have a song called Heaven from their Home Run album. And it goes, show me the way to your heart. I am searching. Anyway, terrific song. Terrific song. I'm trying. And the singer, by the way, which is why this one gets to me, I don't want to say I'm going to cry, but he was out in Vegas about 10 years ago, and he was on a motorcycle thing, pulled over to the side of the road to take a whatever, and a truck came around the corner and hit him, and he died. And so Steve Lee, first of all, that emotional voice, oh, look, it gave me goosebumps. That emotional voice, and the song is called Heaven, and now to know that he has gone to heaven after just a random accident. I mean,
wow.
I forget why he stopped. He was tired or it was raining anyway. They needed to stop their motorcycles for whatever, and just a random truck just fucking slammed into him. And but Heaven by Gotthard. I had to go there.
Not to get too deep, but this COVID thing's gone on so long that when people are so living in fear of it, I'm like, you know what? A meteor might hit my house tomorrow. In this time that we've been locked up, I mean, I again, not to get too deep about Eric, he 8 months. We thought he had 2 to 5 years. Within 8 months, he was gone. And thank God we weren't like in quarantine, not able to live our lives. So it's just, life is precious, and I'm getting too deep. Let's talk about love and sex and Valentine's Day. Oh, the sex we don't have, of course. Let's talk about song. Is there any songs about? Oh yes, because everybody's singing about why can't this be love? Is one. Ain't talking about love.
Love Stinks by
Love Stinks.
Jay Geils.
Oh yeah. Did I ever tell you my Jay Geils story?
No. Let's hear the Jay Geils story.
I hate to speak ill of the dead, but he I did an interview with him for a project I was working on, and he proceeded to send me lots of crazy messages afterwards. He turns out to be a huge Playboy fan. Wanted me to, if I wouldn't be with him, he wanted me to set him up with one of the girls from Playboy Radio. And I'm like, I really don't know those girls. Like, I just don't even know them. But it was just like, it was a bizarre twist of, because my high school English teacher in Massachusetts set up the interview for a rock and roll travel show pilot that I was doing. So we got the interview with him because he's from Massachusetts. Then he developed this like a fan obsession with me, which I was supposed to be the fan.
Right.
But it turned around, like on the centerfold. It was like literally Angel's centerfold, and you're the stalker. Like it was bizarro. And his real name wasn't Jay Geils. I believe it was John something. I still have all the old emails. Anyway, he was a very nice person, but clearly lonely and seeking something that I wasn't. I just wanted an interview, okay? I didn't want any type of relationship. And right. I certainly am not a matchmaker for people to meet playmates either.
No.
Yeah, so the whole thing got...
Oddly enough, neither am I.
Yeah, please, nobody ask Mitch to set you up with me because he is not my pimp.
Right.
All right?
Not the
He's
pimp.
not my pimp. No. All right, onward. So anyway, I'm only telling the story not to put anything down to him. It's just, we're a very odd existence when you actually are the centerfold, and then someday the actual guy that writes the song that's the band is named after him is like pretty much not, he isn't like, you know, it wasn't like he flew to California, hit around my house, but lots of like strange emails and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, is this like, why is this happening? Anyway, sadly,
that's a little strange, but it is a great song, I gotta say.
I accidentally found the old emails the other day. It was, it was uncomfortable, but I know, just one of those things that, like when I wrote my book, I'm always like, God, there was so much other weird shit I could have put in there that I don't even think about it. Like until our conversation and that song came up, I'm like, oh yeah, and that time, yeah. So
see,
yeah.
As Def Leppard would say, love bites. It does.
Yes, love bites.
It does.
Love.
What is your next pick? Yes.
Oh.
I've got one last doozy, and I'm going to go Canadian on you. So let's hear what you've got.
Well, we both know we love Bryan Adams, so I didn't put my Bryan Adams because I knew you were going to, because we've already talked about this, and we love all Bryan Adams.
Bryan Adams is great.
I left it off of here just because I figured you were going to, and we all, I don't know, well, that's just such a given. So we'll go Canadian on me.
Well, listen, I'm going to go Canadian, and I'm going to combine the Def Leppard reference with the Bryan Adams, Everything I Do It For You. Huge song,
okay.
written by Mutt Lange.
I would
and Bryan.
Totally, if he said that to me, you don't even have to say, will you marry me? Just you know what? Put me over your shoulders and what do you call it? Is it a carry me across the
altar or carry me across? Yeah.
No, into the bedroom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, just carry me into the bedroom. We'll just go with that.
No, there's a term for it.
Oh yeah. I can't remember right now. Didn't by the way, didn't Bryan Adams reach out to you on Instagram?
In the olden days, someone throws you across their shoulders and they carry you into the bedroom to consummate your vows.
Relationship. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, clearly the two of us need some
refresher courses.
We need some love.
Some refresher courses. But did he? Didn't Bryan Adams write you on Instagram?
Yeah, but he just said hi. Thanks for writing. It's not like he wrote to me.
Well, he didn't write anything to me.
He wrote to me like he does any fan. No, but he co-wrote a song with Eric Carr, and I.
Oh right! Don't leave me lonely. Right?
Yeah, I introduced myself. I told him, that I don't know, I appreciated him and I love his music, and that I was Eric's girlfriend, and he basically said, thanks for writing. So it's not, I don't want to be misleading like Bryan and I have some sort of friendship, but it was really cool of him to write me back.
That would have been
And
better for the show if we had
yes.
you and him had a secret friendship. Well, we'll go with that.
Oh, I wish. Yeah.
And by the way, they were supposed to tour, or he was supposed to tour with Bon Jovi in 2020. To me, that was like the tour of the year, and fucking got canceled.
There's another a newer song that I want to mention. Jeff Scott Soto's new album. I love that album, but there's a song which I laugh about this all the time because I thought that the lyrics were "Love is alive." I thought it was "Love is alive," but so I thought it was some beautiful love song. And his wife's a good friend of mine, so I was over their house one night talking about it, and actually said we were going to do this special, and I wanted to include that song. And she's like, "Actually, the lyrics are Love is a lie." I'm like, "What? I thought it was Love is alive." But it's, yeah, Love is a lie. So it's kind of an anti-love song, but it's still a great song.
It is, and by the way, isn't Love a Lie? Isn't that a Bon Jovi song too? I'm gonna type it in.
You know what? Probably, because lovers are fucking liars.
I think it was on the first album, wasn't it?
I'm so jaded. I'm like, lovers are liars.
Oh no, Love Lies was on the first album, and then Bon Jovi had a song called Lie to Me, but Love Lies. What a great song.
Lie is a huge theme in all love songs.
Yes.
Because like I said, they go together. Love and lies.
Sometimes.
Oh my God, we're making me very happy that I'm single during this podcast.
Well, it's true. Because sometimes you're like, honey, did you get the milk? And you go, oh, the store was closed. It's terrible.
Love is a lie.
It can be. Well, there you go. We've got, do you have one more pick, or are we, because what was your Bryan Adams one? Was it the same one, or were you going to go with Heaven?
Oh, you know what? I love all of his songs. I don't want to cry.
His greatest love song?
This far, I'm putting it down.
All right. His greatest love song? Summer of '69. Yeah.
Well, I was born in '69, so it must have been great.
I was born the year before that.
I haven't done a '69 since I can remember. But like
I can't even remember.
My dirty mind just like paused right there because I was like, '69. That has a couple meanings. One that I haven't experienced since I can remember. Yeah, but
Summer. That's his greatest love song. But there we go. Yeah. There we go. Everything I do,
anyway,
do it for you.
I'm sure he knew what he was singing about in the summer. He knew what he was doing. He's no fool.
My favorite part of that is when
that, Mr. Nice Canadian.
I know.
That year was in that song for a reason because.
I know. It's just that when he sings the song and whatever, I've seen people take it apart and they go, he was only 10 years old in 1969. He couldn't have been singing about that. It's just like,
why do people take things so literally?
I know.
Like I just said, it's poetry. It's up to interpretation.
I know.
It's art. And besides that, it's also commercial. Like everything I do, look, I'm just me. I blurt things out. I'm who I am. But I also figure out how to make it work for my brand. And he's a brand. So I don't know if he had that year in mind because it would sell and it would be a classic because everyone knows what a 69 is. But who cares? It was brilliant.
It's a great song.
And I'm sure he's looking at those checks coming in to this day and he's brilliant.
And it's the greatest live song ever.
Oh my God, he's just like, all of his songs are amazing.
When
I love his voice, his raspy.
And when he starts that song and he goes, I got my first reels, and then the whole crowd just sings the next verse and he just sits back. It's fantastic. By the way, I saw Bryan with Billy Idol last year on a double bill.
My God. Yeah, Billy Idol. Well, you read my book when I jumped on stage and attacked him when I was 14 years old.
Yeah, we love Billy. No, Billy's the best.
Well,
there you go.
I was 14. But yeah, Billy's probably still hot. I haven't seen him in a long. I don't know what he looks like anymore. But you know what? He's another timeless.
Well, he just did the Super Bowl. He did the Super Bowl pre-show with Miley Cyrus, and they were gyrating with each other this year.
Oh, I didn't watch.
Oh well,
if I knew that, I might have. Well, what's funny is that I told you I'm friends with Jeff Scott Soto's wife. We went on a hike the Thursday before Super Bowl, and she mentioned it was Super Bowl weekend. And I was like, oh. This weekend? And she's like, yeah, it's this weekend. And I go, who's playing? And she started to say the names of the football teams. And I go, I go, no, I mean the artists. And she said, The Weekend. And I go, you just told me it's this weekend. I know, but who's playing at the halftime show? And she's like, The Weekend. So I live under a rock. Honestly, I didn't know it was a
So
Super
it's like,
Bowl.
who's
I had
on
no idea
first?
there's an
What's
artist
on
named The
second?
Weeknd. Yeah, I was like, okay, maybe I should turn on the news. Now I feel like really out of it.
By the way, the Weekend is Canadian, and as I was watching him, I kept thinking, man, I can't wait for Monday. I can't wait for Monday. This weekend's got to end.
Well, she had to play me her songs on her phone. I honestly didn't know who he was. I was so confused when she said This Weekend. So
he's one of the biggest artists in the world right now. His tickets for Montreal are $650.
Once she explained, I recognized it, but I'm kind of busy. Unlike I guess a lot of people that have time to watch the news, and like honestly, you know what I've been doing. I run businesses, several of them, and I like promote my businesses. I have my books, and my brand, and my auditions, and my skinny snacks, and like if I spent, and people wonder why I don't DM, it's because I don't have time. So yeah,
well, there we go.
And I'm actually glad I don't have time to watch the news or know who The Weeknd is.
The Weeknd, Canadian from Scarborough, so it's very important.
Well, okay, no offense against his music. It was when she played it for me, I recognized it from Victoria's Secret or something. I know who he is now that I heard it, but listen, I'm just like busy, so I like my vinyl. I like what I know. I just stole my son's record machine because he went off to college, and I had bought him a really cool record player, and I stole it recently. And so now I'm like, my new thing is like, I'm finding so much enjoyment and just going back to vinyl and listening to albums from beginning to end, the way they were meant to be.
Well, and by the way, the new Thunder album coming out in March, All the Right Noises, available in vinyl.
Okay. Tell me when to order it. Can I pre-order it now?
Yes, you can. I will send you the link.
Thank you. Yes, I would like to do that.
And it is coming out in vinyl, and it's got that song Going to Las Vegas and the other ones that you've heard, and it's terrific. I've heard the whole thing, and it's the best album of 2020, bar none. I love it. But I'm a little bit biased, a little bit.
Yeah, but I do like your advice, and you haven't served me wrong yet.
Yeah.
So
but there you go. There you go. Happy Valentine's Day 2021 to you and to all our listeners. And there we go.
Thank you, Mitch. Like I thought you blew me off. You're my Valentine now.
I am. And no, I did not.
As long as I'm sure your wife's okay with it.
Of course she is. And no, I didn't blow you off. I did 9 interviews last week, and then my computer crashed, and it was just like, but I took my Zen moment, and here we are.
Well, you know what? You're singing better than when we started, and you know what? You look more relaxed. Your eyes are brighter.
You got to warm up the voice.
Go pay your wife a little Valentine's Day attention. I see a little fire in your eyes. I think it's time.
Yes, and she just showed up, so there you go.
Lightning.
Little thunder, a little bit of Always by Bon Jovi, and we're good to go.
Now I'm hearing AC/DC. Thunder. Yeah,
thunder.
yeah.
That's not
it
bad.
goes on and on. We keep going and on.
There you go. Thank you.